Hello, my friends, my family, my fellow leaders. Good Tuesday, Generation Wellness. I am Caleb Germain, and I'm so grateful to be here with you today for day 2 to share with you my new program, the 40-second breath. I'm wishing you a beautiful Tuesday out here in this 2023 year. We just got into the fall season, and I'm excited to share with you this program that I've been working on for a while, uh, and what it's about, the who, what, when, as I practice on delivering my service to you on the other side. Before we start, or we already started, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go right into this YouTube video that's going to lead us in a breathing exercise. And so, wherever you are, whether you're in your seat, standing up, this is an opportunity for us to practice together, for us to use some of these free resources and use this connectivity of the breath that we all breathe together, that we're afforded before we begin today's sharing. And so, let's see here. You can see my screen here. I'm on the YouTube there. And this is something that you can use as well. There's a lot of free resources out there to help you guide your breathing, to help you inhale and exhale with modules and different things you can reference. Whether you're a visual learner, an auditory learner, there's apps out there available to help you engage into your best self, to help you receive that space that you deserve so you can respond to life rather than react and run and fight. I'm with you here, and I'm practicing with you. I believe every day is practice and every day is game day. And so let's practice together right now. Again, this is on YouTube. Calm right there. That's the Calm app. And we're going to breathe for 1 minute. Let's do it. Thank you for practicing with me. I'm going to stop sharing that screen there and get to the 40-second breath. Right there, we practice 1 minute of breathing together, led by the Calm app. And essentially, just that 1 minute helps me feel a little bit more calm, more in my body, a little less nervous on this live stream. To why we have nerves, it's probably because I'm excited. But even when I'm excited, it's a time for me to invest that deep breath so it can circulate through my body and help me deliver the value that is within me. And so this is why I'm here. Let's get to the who, what, when, and why of the 40-second breath. So who is this for? Essentially, this is for me, you. I believe that if we can breathe better, we can be better. And if we can be better, then we can respond better. And if we can respond better, then we will generate the community that we desire from within by demonstrating that in our walk. Over my years of studying and learning more about the fight or flight complex that many of us live in, the shallow breathing that many of us are operating in, and the lack of being proactive and responding, living in the reactive zone that many of us are in. In my time of studying, I learned that I have a purpose to share these tools and to share these techniques and to share this gift, not just because I want to, but more because I enjoy it. And I have felt the benefits from doing the breathing practice. I have changed my energy time and time again from ingesting and investing the breath when I felt like nothing else would work. And so I'm here to share that. So this is also for the people who are having those thoughts of suicide. Uh, this program is centered at suicide prevention to extend the lives of those who feel like they don't belong, to extend the lives of those who feel like they're going to make the decision to take themselves out. This program is for them. This program is for you. This program is for me. For those people who have had the thoughts, those people who have attempted but still have the time and the availability to live, this is for you. For your friends and family members who you're aware of who uh, walk the path with those thoughts and those experiences, this is for them. And so if you can share these tools with them, it would definitely be of value. And so I have a little thing written here that I'm going to share with you guys. It's part of my practice. I like to start by saying I don't take breaths, I invest breaths, and I receive the full ROI immediately on that investment. So welcome to my new program, the 40-Second Breath. This program is centered around togetherness, belonging, and most importantly, suicide prevention. Did you know that the WHO, the WHO, that's the World Health Organization, someone is successfully committing suicide every 40 seconds? So as a society, we must do more to help those in need. And my goal with the 40-Second Breath program is to extend that 40 seconds to 50 seconds or to 1 minute before my time here on earth is up. This is why I've created the 40-Second Breath program, because it brings people together to help create communities of support, resources, and belonging. It's a way for us to look out for one another and to help those in need. As a person who believes that we are all built to serve, this is my way of serving. And so this program is easy to follow, and that's why I am taking the duty upon myself to be consistent in delivering it to you with different tools and ways to apply it. Whether you're going to YouTube and following the Calm app for 1 minute, or you know you're in an experience where you can pause, give yourself the space to make the best decision for that time, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm delivering the 40-second breath, because you can simply take the time, just 40 seconds, to consider the feelings within you, the feelings around you, without judgment, and connect with them and try to understand what's going on beneath the surface. So these small breathing break moments provide us with the bandwidth to respond and how we desire to respond. Many times in life, I've done this to where life came at me so fast that I had to come back at it fast. And after the experience, I looked back and I was either apologetic or upset, mad, or not happy with how I handled the situation. Breathing breaks have initiated a more purposeful response system within me. And with me recognizing that internally, I started to share this externally. And in my wanting to share time and time again, I've come across a lot of different resources. I've connected with a lot of people who are practicing breath work and understanding the value of this abundant oxygen that's ready to come into our bodies and to release itself out, circulate through our systems. And so with that, breathing breaks can make a big difference. So this program is designed to bridge the gap between people and to promote togetherness, to bring us all closer together with the goal of creating an environment of support and understanding. So by taking a few seconds of the day to look out for one another, we can help prevent tragedy. No one is happy when someone commits suicide. I've had the experience of some of my friends committing suicide, and it's a pain that we can try to let go of, but never really leaves. And as someone who has practiced the breath work and getting to know the properties of this abundant oxygen, I have internally experienced the changes of my internal thoughts, and I have internally decided to change my energy with my breathing breaks, and I have experienced the decision to change the energy into the energy actually being changed. And there's an absolute belief in this for me. Uh, and there's so many things that support it, whether it's science, religion, or just the human practice. These three pillars right here, science, religion, and human practice, is something that, if these three are supporting it, then it's something that I apply. And so science says, yes, we should breathe deep. Uh, Religions, even when you break down and you little break down what breath really means, it translates to spirit. So we're practicing that. And as human beings, when we're babies and we come out into this world, the first thing we do is we breathe. And we're near perfect breathers when we're babies, for many of us. And when life stressors come to us, we develop different ways of breathing. We start to hold our breath, we become shallow breathers. Depending on the stimuli and the stress that we are growing up in, that will depict the type of breathing that we develop. And so as we get older, many of us are unaware that we've developed these patterns of breathing. This is something I became aware of. My pattern of breathing was entirely backwards. But over practice, my breathing is a little bit more forward and back into my childlike state. And also, I've been able to receive the benefits of getting back to my childlike heart as well, to that childlike spirit, that sincere optimism and openness that a lot of us have as children. And so, this is also why the 40-second breath is here, and I'm delivering it. So I hope that you'll join me today in making this program a reality. As I'm on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook, I'm simply practicing to share. And I'm going to go out into the community and I'm going to share this more and more, but I would like you to share this with one of your friends and to practice with yourself as we stand together and we build a more compassionate and community built on kindness. Let's just make sure that no one around us and you don't take your life away due to the lack of support and understanding. If it's just me here on my YouTube page saying I hear you and I understand those obstructive and low vibrational thoughts that seem to come easy, I want to let you know I understand. The 40-second breath is, for me, the gateway to changing those thoughts. It's the gateway to putting a fork in the road and allowing your pain to turn into progress, your test to turn into your testimony, your adversity to turn into your advantage. These pain to progress, test to testimony, adversity to advantage, these three things in my short life lived already, I have been able to experience on different layers through valuing the breath. And so thank you for joining me today to learn more about the 40-second breath program. I hope you'll take this message away with you and just spread the word. If you're on YouTube anywhere, make sure you hit that link, subscribe, hit that bell, and so you'll be notified whenever I come on live. So we got to the who, what, the when, the why, and we practice. Again, there's apps available. YouTube has a ton of videos. I am doing my part, and there's a lot of people around me who are serving with these services. And so I'm not here to be your only resource. I'm here to source you to the resources. And I'm very grateful that you're here with me, to breathe with me, and to see the connection through the breath. This is what I see in the breath. And so let's see here. I'm going to go through my notes. As an artist, a musician, really, I want to reach people with my music, but I've learned that over time, not only am I a voice through my music for the voiceless, but I also have a gift in not using my music to help people find their voice. And this is what I'm sharing today too, a gift in helping people breathe better. And one way I was able to do that was asking a question by asking questions. And so this last year, or over the last 2 years, I've been asking many people the same question. And that question was, when's the last time you thought about your breathing? And then I would let them answer. Sometimes it would be funny, and then sometimes it would get real serious and deep. But depending on the person, a lot of people had not thought about their breathing in a long time. Some people had breathing obstructions or a CPAP machine, and they're like, man, I think I'm on my breathing every day. Some people were out of shape, and they're like, I was climbing up the steps and I lost my breath. Um, but either way, I got so many answers. And after people answered, they would ask me why. And my why was to create more conscious breathers. That's it. I started this to create more conscious breathers, to just have people be more aware of breathing. Because when I became a more conscious breather, I became more conscious in different areas in my life. And I want that for more people. I desire for these gifts that I get to experience day in and day out to be experienced by my brothers and my sisters of all walks of life across the world. And so every day is practice, every day is game day. You belong here. With the 40-second breath, today we just practice the breathing led by the Calm app. Throughout this month, I'll be sharing different ways of breathing, different ways of manipulating your breath, holding your breath to promote calm relaxation, for you to see yourself in that breath. Essentially, the cool thing for me is when I, hey, what up, Pacific Northwest Predators? When I breathe, I used to just take it for granted. I didn't know I was like a super nervous person all the time until I was hooked up to all these machines in the hospital. And it was at that time when I was in the hospital that I started working on my breathing, and I could see the numbers on the machines going down. So like my heart rate wouldn't be so high. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I was also being led in how to breathe better by a nurse because I needed to go into surgery. And I'd already got my shots and everything, but they're like, we're waiting for your breathing. And so they breathed with me, and I saw those numbers go down, and I felt that calm in my system. And I was like, shoot, this is incredible. When I came out of the hospital, I kept on doing that same breathing technique, which was essentially equal parts breathing. That's what I introduced yesterday, which is just 3 to 5 seconds inhale, 3 to 5 seconds exhale. And you do that for, 3 to 5 revolutions. And after that, you're already past 40 seconds and possibly have reached your calm. And that's the first breathing technique that I started to use. And I used that for many years in many different situations to help me reach my calm. And then I started to do some more, I won't call them crazy, but more radical breathing techniques. Shout out my man Wim Hof. There's a Wim Hof app that you should definitely check out. But I'll share that later on in the month. Essentially, if I wouldn't have had my adversity in my life when I was 20 years old, I wouldn't have the advantage of sharing this gift with you right now. I was taking my breathing for granted, even though I was working out until I would puke sometimes playing football, college football, and whatnot. But I never thought about my breathing, and I never thought about the abundance that this air is. Like, you cannot see it, you cannot hold it, but it's in each and every one of us, and it connects us. And so when we breathe together on purpose, there is an exchange, there's a connectivity that is happening. And I desire to share that with more and more and more of you. In fact, I made a song on my new album, Generation Wellness, with a guided meditation, and it's a deep belly breathing. And so if you go to iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, I believe it's track 9, maybe it's track 8, but it's a deep belly breathing, a guided meditation on our Generation Wellness album. I would be honored if you took a listen there and were encouraged with that. The entire album is built for our health and wellness. And Generation Wellness is also another resource too. I can share with you guys. Let me see here. I'm going to share with you my screen again and go to my Generation Wellness tab. All right. So this Generation Wellness right here, we'll go to the front page. This is the beautiful organization that I was able to team up with, led by Lindsay Morris. I was able to team up with this organization to provide the music to promote well-being in schools, students, and staff across the nation. It's really cool because Generation has live trainings, workplace wellness toolkits, and hundreds of resources that teach awareness, focus, self-regulation, and essential life skills. When I was able to do my part in providing the music for Generation Wellness, there was something within me that was like, after this music, we got to do more. We must do more. And not by like doing, but like we must serve more. We must serve more. Because I love singing and I love music, but I also understand everyone's not going to hear my music. They might not enjoy my singing. And every room that I get into is not a music-centered room. And so whether people are listening to my music or I have the ability to go speak or share, or I'm in a model casting on set, or I'm at Uber, I'm focusing my time on this sharing of these resources. And the specific sharing that I get to share is the 40-second breath. And so the 40-second breath is all about mindfulness. It's all about belongingness. And yes, it's centered at suicide prevention. And with that, when I connect with you, I help reflect with you and build more community at the heart of it. That is simple. Building more community, because when you're a part of communities, you feel like you belong. And when you're in that community and you belong, you have a sense of purpose. And when you have a sense of purpose, you serve with that. And it just keeps on going. A little thing I like to call inspire and duplicate. And so we're going to rev our engines and we're going to keep on doing this, sharing, whether it's through the music, in different rooms that we're afforded to be in, because this is what the universe has given to me to share with you. Let's see here. I'm gonna go down my notes, make sure I hit on some things today. Yesterday was cool. I heard this beautiful pastor say, "You are not now who you once were." And that's awesome, because your breath is never the same either. And so with that saying, when I wrote down that note, I don't want to get too deep on this topic right here, but I said it earlier. I said science, religion, humans, right? And so when it comes to religious texts and things of that nature, when breath actually means spirit. And when I heard this quote, "You are not now who you once were," coupled with anxiety and living in the past or the future, the breaths that we hold on to must be released. We must let those go. We must release the person we are no longer, per se, and invite the fresh spirit into our life. We must invest that spirit on purpose, because for some reason, this beautiful temple that the greatest creator has given us, we operate on shallow breaths, and many of us are holding our breaths. And so if you're on the other side, you may be holding your breath in your jaw, your shoulders, your chest, wherever you are. That might be you holding in an old piece of your stress from the past. Let that go. Breathe in that new spirit and be guided into your best self. Our mental well-being is most important, and so we're always changing, right? We're always changing. That's one thing that is guaranteed in life. So why not purposely change for the best? And in a simple way, release that air, invest that breath. Before I tap out for the day, I do want to share one thing that I've been saying. You probably heard me uh, use the term invest rather than ingest. This also is another topic I don't want to get too deep on right now because it's a valuable give back later on. But one word, change one word, and you can change your whole entire perception. And my thing is, you change your perception, you can change your life. So when I say I don't take breaths, I invest breaths and receive the immediate ROI on my investment, not only am I changing the inner dialogue and my reference to me as a taking human being, taking the breath. When I know I'm built to serve, to give to this universe, to receive its blessings, and I don't need to take anything. So to get me out of the taking vibration, I decided to change that word take many years ago into the word invest. And it just started to return its investment time and time again, time and time again. And we're sitting on a nest egg now. And that's why I'm here to share. Because if you can change your breath, then you can also change your perspective and possibly be open to changing your language and being aware of the things that we are unknowingly saying in our daily process of life that are not speaking life into us and our communities and the people around us that we say we love. So before I get off this live today, I would like to encourage you to have a breathing break today, tomorrow, whenever you need it. I would like to encourage you to extend your exhale and your inhale. And perhaps think about investing rather than taking in the value that you are built for. Because you're built to serve, you have a gift. And if you're watching this live, you belong here. And I know you've been through adversity. And so it's up to you to see the advantage and deliver. And that's where I'm here today. I've seen some advantages in my experiences of life, from my immersive experience to developing a more abundant breathing, to reaching my calm and seeing myself in everything and every human being being a part of my daily practice. It has worked for my heart. It has worked for my heart. When I feel alone physically, spiritually, community-wise, breathing wise, universally, I no longer feel disconnected. And that's awesome. Because I know life's out there happening for all of us, and it presents itself to us daily. And how we unwrap it really dictates the gift that we see in the experience. As they say, no two experiences are the same for one, no two snowflakes are the same. The way we unwrap the gifts in the present with our present being typically will show itself towards the vibration we were in when we chose to unwrap it. All right. Today's October 2nd. I've been on this live for about 31 minutes. And if you have any questions, any concerns, or if you would like me to come speak to your students, I'm available here in Los Angeles, California. And we're always working on our craft, and I'll be honored to share more. Like I said earlier, my new album, Generation Wellness, is available for you to encourage your health and well-being, as each and every song is tailored towards stillness, mindfulness, connectivity, belongingness, self-care, mental wellness, emotional intelligence, being a friend to yourself so you can be a friend, to others. And there's a guided meditation on there. And so, yeah, grateful. I look forward to seeing you guys again real soon. And yeah, I got some things to do the rest of the day here. I want to make sure I did my who, what, when, why, my goals. You are not now who you once were. Every day's practice, every day is game day. You belong here, and I'll see you guys soon. One love, Generation Wellness. I'm Kayla Jermaine, and I appreciate you guys tapping in.